Welcome back, iCyber golfers. Today we're going to play a SkyTrak courseware offering from ForeSight. We're going to play Cape Brenton Highlands Links. Never played this before. It looks like it's based out of Nova Scotia, Victoria. Looks like a pretty fun course, par 72. Let's get it loaded up here. So we are going to click next. We're going to play all 18 holes. We are going to do stroke play. Double par will be our scoring limit. Unlimited mulligans, because you guys know I use this for a practice session as well. Pin position will be set to easy. Live penalties will be on. We're going to auto putt this, so we get a small little 10-foot radius to try to hit into for a one putt. Anything beyond that is calculated through an algorithm, whether it's, I want to say it's probably 30 to 40 feet in as a two putt. Anything beyond that would likely be a three putt. We're going to do the altitude set at sea level. The green speeds will be fast. That's more accustomed to what I play in the simulator golf tour, a stimp 10, stimp 11 type setup. And we are going to turn wind conditions off today. So try to make it a little easier for ourselves when we play these course play. We are going to play from the silver tees, which we traditionally do. And when I say we, I mean when you guys follow me, I try to play from the silver tees, one standard setting of about 5,000 to maybe 5,700. That's the range I like to play in for you guys. My goal is to try to shoot plus 10 or under. We're going to just take that into consideration and try to do the same thing today. So hope you guys enjoy watching this session. I do have the Roxor control box connected, so I might have to do a few adjustments to make sure it's working properly, and then we'll get this round underway. So it looks like right off the bat, 216 is kind of what's out there. I know we don't need all that distance, so I'm probably going to take a 6-iron to see where that's going to end up, and then we'll kind of go from there. So let me just see what is working here on the control box. 170-ish, that's kind of where we were hitting our 6-iron today. So I know the right and left keys work. Let's hit the drone view to see if that takes us up. Okay, we are set properly then. So now that I hit that view and I know it's working, our control box is basically set how we want it to be set. So now we're going to move this mouse out of the way, and we should not have to touch it again for the rest of the round. We're going to exclusively use the Roxor control box to do all of our navigation around the course. So let's get started with a 6-iron. Looking to put this 170 yards-ish out there based off of my warm-up session. Was hitting this about 170 in warm-up with the 6-iron. So first shot at the Cape Brenton Highlands link. This is a par 4. Looks like it's 326 yards. Let's go. Absolutely smashed 6-iron on a great line. We should get all of our distance out of that. We are hitting uphill, so we got to take that into consideration. That's going to take some yardage away. So that normally, if it was flat, probably would have went 160, 170. But because we were hitting uphill 22 yards, 22 feet, that takes some of the distance away. So now I have 178 left. I'm going to go ahead and still hit this 6-iron into the same pin location, same distance. So if I land a little bit underneath it, that's okay. But just want to get a good few swings with the 6-iron as we continue this round. All right, 6-iron into the green. Another solid 6-iron on a great line. It is cutting back slightly. Let's just stay out of the bunkers today if we can. 160 yards, so very good strike. 2 in a row. I would be happy with that in the real world. Now let's go ahead and take our 58 degree and let's see what that's going to do today. My 58 degree was doing really well during the simulator golf tour rounds. I'm going to need it right here, I'll tell you that. Look at that run. So we're going to aim this direction, and we're going to bank on, if it does land, it's going to pull the shot towards the pin. I'm going to go one more. I know that seems aggressive, but this green looks pretty aggressive as well. 17 yards is what we're targeting. Probably we're up 4, so that's 21 yards that we're talking about here. So we want to probably try to fly this about 15. maybe 16. And we need to hit it out of the rough, so that's going to put some penalty on it. So we're going to put some oomph behind it to get it there. So 58-degree chip. Trying to save par here. Happy with that. See if I got too much or if it was okay. Did feel like I probably got a lot of that one. A little bit trigger happy there. But now I got a good run at it. We're going to start off with a bogey, unfortunately, but I was happy with that contact. Probably took it a little too far back past my halfway mark. That was more 3/4. Too much distance on that. But not upset. Really happy with the contact. 176 if we play that. And then if we take that a little further, we should be okay. So I'll go ahead and hit a 5-iron now. I didn't hit a single 5-iron during warm-up. And now that I mentioned it, I might have actually hit my 7-iron a minute ago instead of my 6. Let's go ahead and hit the 5. If we hit the 5, I didn't hit one of these in warm-up, but this should go 170 to 180. That's what we're looking for from this club, 170 to 180. Do need the pure contact to get us there, though. So 5-iron. It's going to be out to the right, unfortunately, because I did feel that come off my club, but we did get some good distance out of it. Yeah, there's the 170. We're going to hang on in the light rough, so that's not a bad shot at all. It's going to leave us 166 in, and that is going to be my 7-iron, because my 7-iron has been going 160 yards. Plus it's down 16, so this is more of a 150-yard shot, which, again, my 7-iron can go 150, so if I calculate the semi-rough, this might be the right club. Even if it goes slightly beyond, that's going to be okay. We can probably chip back. So we're going to take this 7-iron and see if we can get it there. Solid 7-iron. Nice ball flight. Gonna take it beyond the green just slightly. We're pin high. I am happy with that. Very happy with that. We are sitting pin high. Real solid contact. It's going to be a little 10-yard chip. Looks like it does run away from us, so we do want to be careful with this. We want to fly at about 6 yards and then let it run into the gimme circle. Putting our weight forward. Going to just hit right through this ball. Nice and easy. Might be too easy. Okay, we're good because of the downhill slope, and look at that run. I mean, that's pretty good. Thought I caught it a little bit light, but in retrospect, I got it just right. So that'll give us par for our second hole. Still have not yet busted out a 3-wood, a 2 hybrid, or my new mini driver. When I say new, new to the bag, not new to my purchase. I haven't purchased it. Had it for quite some time. 136 down 11. This is going to be a 9-iron. So my 9-iron has been going about 130 yards. The fact that we're about 10 yards down means it's going to play like 120-ish, 124-ish. So if we can get it anywhere to the right, left, we'll be okay. I'm going to try to hit that draw to bring it that direction. Put it somewhere in the center of this green and I'll be happy. It's a great draw on it. Let's see if we got it there. We did. That's a great draw. Let's see if we're on the green. We are just off on the back edge. Really happy with the contact. 129 yards, so we hit our number, 130. Now we're simply chipping back. Unfortunately, it's a 16-yard chip, so gonna have to get it there. Good news is it's a pretty straight chip, not a lot of movement, so just really want to fly it and land it, let it run. Same principle, weight forward, nice little swing, get it there. I bladed that. That's my mistake. And that's going to run, and that's not good. So I'm only going to mulligan this because I can make a better chip at it. I'm going to leave it exactly where it was. I bladed it. I picked my head up. So let me hit that properly. Head down, and I'm going to see if I can get this par. I understand I took a mulligan, but I want to correct that now. That's a lot better right there. And there we go. That's what I would have expected. So did take a mulligan, did save par, but it's because I had such a poor chip there just a second ago. But I knew what mistake I made, I corrected it, and that's exactly what these sessions are for. Number one, to show you guys the courses. Number two, for me to get my practice cycles in. So 152 yards would get us there, 70 in. I don't really like that 70-yard in, so I'm gonna play it back a little more. Probably play a 9-iron into that 130 range. Let's see what 130 brings us. Yeah, 130 is better. So we'll do that. We'll go this direction slightly. We're gonna play 130 yards and then leave ourselves 100 in. That's the objective, so let's go. Line up more for the draw. Pure contact, let's get it there. It's a great shot on a great line. It's gonna be a straight 9-iron. Exactly where I want it. Right there in the center, 130 yards, perfect. Now that leaves us about 100 yards in, 90-ish, so that's a sand wedge for me. So now I can manage this second shot in. And this is the kind of strategy I was using in a simulator golf tour. Backing off some just to give myself a good approach distance in. And I was hitting these distances, these 100-yarders, I was hitting them. So it's up 13, so this plays more. I might need to take my approach wedge. I might need a little more distance because I'm hitting uphill. So I'm gonna change my strategy a little bit. I wanna make sure I do get it there first and foremost. And I have a little bit of room to play with on the left-hand side. So a draw with an approach wedge would be perfect. Let's go, approach wedge. It's a great shot. I did get the draw on it, so it's gonna certainly, that's a lot more than I thought. I'm probably gonna re-hit this shot, guys, because I don't like my alignment there. So just take that in consideration when you see the final score. I did make adjustments. What I did not do, and I should have, is this. With my approach wedge, I always aim slightly or more to the right because I know that my shot shape brings it back to the center. Again, using this as a practice session, let's hit it the right way and let's see if we get our expected outcome. So same exact setup, but I did put it like I'm supposed to in terms of alignment. Here we go. Approach wedge. Let's see if we got that. And there we go. When you line it up right and you take the same swing you're supposed to, then good things happen. And that ends up being a par. And I'll take it for what it was. It was a mulligan, but I corrected my issue. Okay, so yep, we're still sitting at +1. And I know you guys are saying, no, you're not. You're sitting at more than that, but it's all good. 119 yards, down 15. Plays like 114 according to this. I think this is more like 100 yards. I'm gonna hit that approach wedge again. I'm gonna hit it again, and I'm gonna aim it out to the right, just like we did earlier. And then I'm gonna bring it back with some draw, and we're gonna land it right up there. This approach wedge can go 120 yards. I'm sorry, 110, 116. Let's go. Approach wedge. Nice clean contact. That's a great, I did not read. What a great shot. What a great shot. That was pure contact. Do it again. That was really nice contact. Everything I liked about it. I finished where I like to finish, right there in the center. Let's go. All right. Approach wedge. Same shot. Same tempo. That's going to be out to the right. And I brought it back. Good news. There we go. And there we are. We should be... Oh, just didn't carry. That's okay. Could have got more swing on it to get it there further, but I'll take that. Now we're chipping. We are chipping for par save. This is going to break. If I land it on, it's going to run to the right towards the pin. So I do want to kind of pull this slightly across my body, let it catch the slope and run back down towards the pin. 16-yard chip is what this is. We want to chip it about 12 and then let it run. It's a good one right there. on a good line. There's the run out back towards the pin. Nice, there we go. So that's a par, and it played exactly how we saw it was gonna play. That was good weight on that chip as well, so that'll be positive for some later rounds if I do end up playing my simulator golf tour rounds later today. 146, I think it's time to go ahead and pull the big dog out. So we're gonna pull the mini driver out for this one. Have not swung a mini driver in the garage, so don't know what to expect. I did unleash this the other day, but it was outside. So let's see what we have here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this further out because I know this can go. And we can go this way because we do know we're gonna get some fade off of it, but is this a par 5? Yeah, this is a perfect opportunity here to let this big dog eat. All right, let's go. All right, looking for a mini driver off the deck. Looking to get it down there if we can. All right, again, have never swung this inside the garage, so I do not know what to expect. I'm not going to change anything because I don't want to mess up my whole swing and everything just because I'm a little bit, what is it? You get swing anxiety inside? Just erase that right now. Let's go. Solid. Let's see where it goes. What a great mini driver out there. Look at that distance. That's on a rope. There's my 220. That's what I expect from this club, just based off of what I've been hitting. More importantly, that was a really straight shot. So all the mechanics lined up for that. Now I can actually switch over to my 3-wood and see if I can replicate that same swing shape. More importantly, I'm just happy I was able to hit that that mini driver comfortably in here. Because now that I did not hit the roof, I know that I can swing that in here when I'm playing my tournament rounds and should be okay. I'm gonna go ahead, because the 3-wood does tend to go, you know, a little bit sideways on me. Oh, okay. There's an indication where the box got a little bit, the buttons got a little bit wonky. That should be enough. Again, if it does bleed that much, cool. If it doesn't, I'm gonna hopefully just be in that bunker or just in the on the other side of the green. So gonna hit this 3-wood, looking for this 200 yards out of here. Came across it. That's more straight than I wanted it, but should be okay. If we sit in that little fluffy part, that's only our second shot. So now we're gonna be hitting off of the cement. But this is only our second shot. So as long as we landed on the green and the 2-putt or close, we're gonna par this. This 50-yard shot, there's not gonna be any impact off the cement. So I'm gonna basically play the shot that I played in the tournament for 50 yards. It's basically a 3/4 58 degree. I did hit this outside the other day when I was playing my rounds. And when I'm outside, I don't have this green bungee that pulls it up higher. So my net is probably somewhere around here. And I flew that thing right over the top of the net, right over my house, right into my neighbor's backyard. Still haven't gone over there to get my ball, but I've seen it. It's there. So just be careful. At least in here, I got the garage to contain it. All right, let's go. 50 yards. We're looking for a nice little 58 degree to go 50 yards. 3/4 swing. Nice, relaxed. That's a great relaxed swing with the 58 degree. Pulled it across my body, but I'm happy with the flight. Look at that ball flight. I'm curious to see how far it went. 54, perfect. So now I know that swing goes 54 yards. I was hitting it off of the cement, so I know I had 0 impact to my distance. So now I know in a fairway, if I have that opportunity, if I am that far out, this is the club and that is the swing that I would take. So with that par 5, I think we ended up getting a par, which saved us. And now we feel a little bit better now going into this next drive with the mini driver. So let's go ahead and first of all, let's move it back where it might end up. So we're looking at possibly 200 yards, at least there. We will aim it slightly to the left. And then let's just play that same shot we played. Again, mini driver off the deck. This is going to be one that I will be using in the real world now. Don't really change anything from my 3-wood swing, so that's what I really like about this. All right, let's go. Came across it, but should be okay. There's the cut, which again, you guys are used to seeing that cut from me, right? And we landed it. I did catch it chunky, so I did not get all of it, but I'm 180 yards out there. So that makes me happy. I'm actually going to take, well, it just depends. I say that. I'm going to take another 3-wood, another mini driver off the deck. No, we're not. We're going to play this smart. So 152 yards is going to get us 100 yards left. Our 150-yard club is our 7-iron. And if it goes a little further, that just leaves us, 90 yards instead of 100 yards. So we're going to take a 7-iron, try to get it 150-ish. 160 would be okay too, since we're hitting uphill. But let's just see if we can get it there. So 7. Solid 7-iron. I got all of that on a straight line. That was pure contact. I'm okay at 146. That leaves us 100 yards to the pin. We're exactly where we want to be. That's going to be approach wedge territory. So we're good. We're good here. So let's take that approach wedge. And what we know about the approach wedge, based on our previous shots, is we want to aim it out to the right a little bit, like that bit, that much. And I can straighten this out. I don't have to use so much draw. So I'll probably try to do that. I will take it back, but I'll finish more that direction. All right, approach wedge. Looking for that 100-yard shot. That's a great shot on a great line. That is right to the center of the... Perfect. Look at that. There's our bird. And that's what I'm talking about right here. When you can manage yourself around the course, put yourself in the distances you know that you're pretty good at, which is 100 yards in, we got ourselves a bird. And that's just course management. But again, you got to know your distances. You got to know what your clubs can do, how you need to aim them, all that stuff. We're not going to do this. You can see I don't like that. Leaves me 60 yards. So let's just see what 170 yards will give me. If I bring this back, and this again is just trying to manage the course. 160, 150, let's go with that. We're up 16. I'm gonna go ahead and still hit the 6-iron. And if it goes a little bit further, that's okay. I just don't wanna be too far back that I'm really struggling. So we're gonna take the 6-iron, make sure I got the 6-iron and try to hit it and put it out there. Maybe just one tick this way. That should be good. All right, 6-iron. Looking for this thing to go 160. It's uphill, so might just go 150 to 160. Unless we catch it pure. Draw shape. Solid contact. On a rope. Dead straight. A little bit fade back, but we should be good. The slope's going to take us. There's 170. We're going to end up getting 180 plus yards out of that 6-iron. Leaves us 77 in. It's a weird distance for me, so we'll see what happens here. I do need to go do my wedge matrix again, which I think I mentioned to you guys what that exercise is. You take your wedges, you hit them at chip distance, you hit them at a half swing, you hit them at a 3/4 swing, you hit them at a full, and it gives you a mapping of how far those clubs are going. From your pitching wedge to your approach wedge to your sand wedge to your lob wedge to your 58 degrees. So it takes that whole matrix and puts it on a grid for you. So you would know, then what I would know, oh, that's a half shot with the pitching wedge, which that's probably what I'm going to take right here. Let's see. 70 yards, plays down. I'm actually going to take a lob wedge at this. So I know that I just need to hit this about 60 yards. My lob wedge is the club. Going to move it an inch forward because that's what we have to do with the SkyTrak for the lob wedge. It's the only club we have to do this little magic trick with. Move it an inch in front of the red dot. I'm going to look for that draw cut, that draw shape shot. I'll go ahead and aim this direction because I don't care if I'm, you know, in the center of the fairway, in the center of the green. I just don't want to pull it all the way across my body and then be off on the left-hand side. So let's see if we can get this lob wedge. Great shot here. Playing a little further back in my stance so that I can get draw on it. All right, lob wedge. Looking for a 60-yard shot. 70 would be great. Let's go. Nice, clean, easy swing. Great line. Great distance. And we got it on the green. That was our objective. So let's see how far that went, because that was a pretty nice swing. So that went 69 yards. So that was a good attempt at it. And now I got a little more data on this lob wedge based on that shot. Ninth hole. We are sitting even, so that's always good. So 187, that technically could be a 5-iron based on this shot shape, leaving us 120 in. I think we'll go with that. We do have to be able to hit all of our clubs. So I know traditionally this is gonna go, we're gonna have some fade on it, but this is the club we need to hit for this shot. It's downhill, so that means it's gonna go further. But with this shot, if we catch a little bit of fade off of it, it's going to go right to the center, almost closer to that little cart path where it splits the fairway. That's the goal. So let's hit this 5-iron, try to drive it. All those wonderful things, put them into practice. 5-iron. And we absolutely smashed the 5-iron on a great line. There's the fade. We wrapped it around the tree. That was an amazing shot. And we hit our 180-yard mark. So here I am, jabba-wopping, talking like a professor, like I know what's going to happen. And it feels good sometimes when everything just kind of aligns and comes into a synchronization. Leaves us 120. So we know based off of our warm-up session that our pitching wedge goes 120, but we are hitting uphill 23 yards. So this is more of a 130-yard shot. And now we know that's our 9-iron. So let's hit that. That was kind of a weird sound, sorry. All right, let's go. I was breathing and sniffling and stepping up at the same time. Let's go 9-iron, 130 yards, what we're aiming. I'm gonna try to hit some fade to it. I mean, some draw, not too much though. I hit that one low, but I did catch it on a great line. So it's coming back towards the pin. Should maybe roll up on the green, and we're good. So we're good there. That should 2-putt us for a par. What number did we hit? 104? Yeah, we did not get anywhere close to what we wanted to be hitting there. If I would have got pure contact, I could have been closer, but that might have actually flown the green, so worked out. The reason I got all that distance though is because I hit it in the right spot on my club. This will be interesting. You can see the elevation change. This looks a lot more like that Torrey Pines North course, hole number 15. It's a par 3. So this is 129, 43 feet down. If you take 40 feet away from 120, that brings you under the 100 yards. So I think to be safe, I'm going to hit a sand wedge. Let's see. I think an approach wedge is going to be too much. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit the sand wedge first. If I land on the green and I'm extremely short, then I'll go back and do a mulligan and hit the approach wedge. I think the right call here is sand wedge. My sand wedge is a 90-yard club, and that's about what this thing needs, 90 to... I am going to aim it slightly this way. I am going to play the draw, and I am going to try to get it all the way down there. So let's go sand wedge. This is my 90-yard club, by the way. Great shot with the sand wedge. Did pull it across my body. Okay, there it's going. It's going. Just going to be short. So yeah, approach wedge would have been the better call, but I'm going to go ahead and play this because again, I made the decision to change clubs. So I'm going to play this and see if I can save par. Do have to do some work here, but these were the ranges that I was hitting in the tournament, and these are the ranges that I need to be able to hit consistently. 21 yards out. Let's get it there. Foot forward, straight through the ball on a rope, straight on that line, straight towards that pin. That's a great chip. Ball came straight back. Maybe did not get enough. Oh, just enough, because the grain, if you guys see the grain is running away from me, that's what allowed it to get into that gimme circle. So very happy with that. More importantly, the distance and the save. That's how you score in the simulator golf tour. You have to be able to save your chips, your pars from when you're off the green. We're going to take the mini driver here and see how far we can get it down there. Hopefully we can make that nice, amazing contact we made earlier from the first go at it. Let's just see what 200 yards looks like. That's good right there. Go ahead and turn it just slightly this direction. That should be okay. And then let's just light it up. So I really like this club now that it's in my bag. Just got to hit it more consistently, and then it's a weapon that I have now. So we set it up just like the 3 wood. Slight bit of a draw setup, which means you can see my toes, front foot slightly ahead of my back foot. The ball is lined up right in the center, just on the inside of my center of my body. When I push through and hit the ball, I should be finishing my shot straight through, which gives it that draw shape. And in most instances, if I have a severe slice, that's going to at least minimize the slice. So let's see if we can execute all of that I just said. Did catch it heavy, but it's on a straight line. It did do a cut. You guys may have heard it hit the mat, so I was too sharp coming into the ball. Instead of more of a round, I came from a higher angle. That's why I hit the mat first. But again, I'm out there. I only have 230 yards to get there. So I'm happy with that. So now let's attack this with our logic that we've been using. Try to get to that 100-yard mark, see what that leaves us, which that might be like a 9-iron, but let's just see. Let's see since it's a par 5, let's see what gives us 100 yards in. Yeah, so it's gonna be a 9-iron. A 9-iron should get us there, and then beyond that should be either approach wedge or sand wedge, depending on how far this 9-iron goes. It's all about strategy. At this point, we want to save par. If we make a really aggressive approach and we land it in the gimme circle, then we can get a bird, but we don't want to lose strokes here, not when we're in the middle of the fairway. So 9-iron, let's concentrate on contact. 120, 130, that's what we're looking for. I hit that thin, but it was straight. So that's the only thing that's going to save me on that, is that it went straight. We got a lot of rollout as well. So 84 yards, weird distance for me. So I did that to myself. If I would have got underneath that, I think it would have went higher. It would have dropped. But again, I'm in the fairway. So that's really the step one, is can I get to a distance that I can play from? And that's where I'm at right now. 84 yards. Now, I just need to basically land this on the green. I don't need anything. I don't need to be a hero. It's going to either be a sand wedge that'll get me 90, which will be beyond the pin, or it's going to be a lob wedge that'll get me 77. It'll be underneath the pin. I'm going to go with the latter. So I'm going to go with the sand wedge, and I'm going to really try to land it above the pin or just pin high. I mean, I'm okay if I even go over the pin a little bit. But that's our play. We're going to try to get it there, try to get all the way there with this one club, sand wedge. Looking for that 80, 90 yard shot. I'm not going to take a full swing, but do want to get the draw on it. Sand wedge. That's great. It's on a great line. Up high. Did we carry the green? No, we're good. So we're going to get the 2 putts out of it. So that's going to give us par. You're curious to see how far it flew. It flew 100 yards, 90 yards. That's my club. It's a 90-yard club, and I caught it pure with draw. So it went the distance it was supposed to go. But it was either, like I said, it's not going to be above the pin or below the pin. And had I chose the lob wedge, it would have been underneath the pin. Okay, 166. 7-iron, I believe, is going to get us 160 with some possible roll up. It's flat, so we don't have any elevation change. That's what we'll do. We'll take the 7-iron. We'll look to light it up. At a minimum, we'll be underneath the hole. At a maximum, we're going to be on the green. So let's go, 7-iron. Caught it chunky, and I pulled it. So all of those things went against me. Okay, and we're going to hit the cart path. We got a good little kick. I guess you can say we got a good kick. So we're pin high from the side. I don't know if there's going to be any overhang to contend with. Looks like there might be, but we'll see here in a minute. And this will be, okay, we're good. We got a good look at it. So this will be a challenging shot, but we did this to ourselves. 30 yards is what we need. And I say 30 because we are in the rough. So we need to calculate that into this chip. 70 yards. I mean, 30 yards. It says plays like 27, but that's probably because it's below our feet. I'm going to look to hit that 20-yard shot. Again, if I chip it on and it rolls, good. If not, I did this to myself. Let's go. That's a good chip out of there. Let's see if we got it the distance. We did not. So we're going to chip it again. And that was the rough that got us. Did not get clean contact out of the rough. Now we're fighting for bogey at a minimum. Double if we don't get it in the gimme circle. So it's really critical that we make this contact and get it in the gimme circle. We bladed that. That might go against us. And I think it is going to go against us. We're out of the gimme circle. I'm not going to change anything. I made that mistake. So I'm going to suffer the consequences. I'm going to go, what is that? Probably going to give me 2 plus 2. We're going to go to plus 2, I believe. We were at even. So if it goes plus 2, then yeah, that was severe. Yeah, I earned that. So nothing to do but get that back. I blame that on, well, poor approach shot, poor drive, poor chipping, poor rod. All right, 216. I think this is a good, this is mini driver territory. Based on how we've been playing it, let's just make good contact with it, and we should be okay. Gonna probably just move it slightly over to the left, just because we do tend to get some fade off of it. You can see the slope if you can see down the fairway. It's the fairway slopes from right to left. It's down 12, so we can drive this out there a pretty good distance if we make good contact. We just got to make good contact. Let's go. That's great contact. Ooh, didn't realize we cut it that much. Luckily, it opens up right there, so it's going to save us, and there's some little embankment. So 189 yards. We should have a good look. Was happy with that contact. Just came across it. And I'm sure if I were able to see my club path, I was swinging from out to in. So I probably came across the ball. 185, down 27. We're actually going to take a 3-wood at it to see if we can get it there. Is this a par 5? Par 4. We need to. So we're gonna have to try to go for it here to get it close, so we don't start bleeding the score. That should be enough. Again, focus on contact here. 3-wood. You want to hit from in to out and get it on that flight to the pin. I came across it. Let's see how far it goes. It's great contact though. Oh, we're going to be pin high with the rollout. That's very good. I'm happy with that. Just 16 yards away now. All right, here's where it counts. Did all the hard work. Now we got to finish it. So that was a great 3-wood executed out of that lie from that distance. Now let's just finish this shot. We have not been doing this really good today, so have to finish it. It looks like it's pretty much flat once you get it there, but we have to get it there. 16 yards. That's a good little chip. Let's see if we got it there. I think we're good. I think we're very good. Do you guys see that? Chipped it out from off the green. That's going to give us a bird. It's going to take us back to +1. Nice. Very good chip. That was well weighted. So I'll take that. I said take that. I earned that one. That was a good chip. Alrighty, what do we got here? Really happy to see that bird up there. Tell you what, this is a pretty interesting hole here. I'm sorry, the whole setup, the way that this elevation and the way that the fairways are. Let's see, 160, 170 will probably get us where we want to be. It's up 6. I think we take the 6-iron. Let's just see what a 6-iron would put us if we hit our 170 mark with this. So I'm going to just push this out to 170. Again, I am hitting uphill a little bit, so I might not get it. Let's say best case scenario is we get 172. That leaves us a 9-iron in, or even if we go further, that would be pitching wedge. So let's take this 6-iron and let's get it down there. Want it in the fairway. That's the important part here. Hit it thin, but I did hit it straight. So that's good. We should get some run out because it's on that elevation. There's the 160. There's 170 on the top of the hill, hitting down. That's going to be a 9-iron into the pin. Again, strategy. That's what's going to matter here. So that's a good shot. I'm still going to hit the 9-iron, even though I'm up 11. I'm still going to hit the 9 because I think that's my best opportunity to get it there. So 9-iron. Try to hit it straighter though, not so much fade. No, let's draw. That's a great 9-iron on a straight line. We got it all. That's a great shot. And we're up there. Boom. Pin high. So that'll 2-putt us for par. 129 yards. Perfect 9-iron. Just knowing your distances makes all the difference in the world. Par 5. Now, logic says just blast it out there, but you know, you got to be able to keep it in the fairway to do that. I think we might be able to go at it with the mini driver. So let's just see. Let's just see what 215 looks like. If we go this way, 217. It's down 27, so it's going to run. Let's just say this thing goes 225. If we make good contact, we aim it out on this line. Gives us a little bit of play. It's going to be a little bit tricky, guys. I think we go for it, though. I think we got to put this this to the test here. We got to see if we can make these shots. I would take this shot if I saw this and I knew this mini driver was doing what it had to. So I would line it up over this hill, try to take it towards that tree line, maybe bring it back, but more importantly, make solid contact with this mini driver. Let's go. Okay, it's gonna go straight. There's the cut. Happy with that. And that's what I mean. I can consistently get this thing 200 yards, even though I hit that fat. And then the shot shape was not so aggressive that it peeled off of the fairway. So I'm in the fairway. So I can make another run at it, or I can go try to execute my, there it is, 165 yards and then 100 left. And that's what we're gonna do. We don't need anything more than that. So 165, it's down. I'm gonna hit the 7-iron because it's downhill, and that's gonna go further than that. So you know what, that's probably gonna give us one of those weird shots in. Might go ahead and hit a 6. Let's see. You know what, 7, I'm gonna hit an 8. I'm going to hit an 8, try to get it 160-ish. I want to be on that 100-yard mark going in though, so let's hit this 8-iron and see where we end up. We were hitting this thing pretty nice in the warm-up session with some draw on it. That's a great 8-iron. That's a great 8-iron with some draw on it. There's the slope. It's gonna get us down to the bottom on a flat spot. There's my 100-yard mark. Let's go. Approach wedge in is what we have. Well executed second shot, putting us in a position to score. Approach wedge might be a little much, but at a minimum, we want 100 yards out of this. I I could take a sand wedge and get it 90-ish. Just see. Let me see what the landing zone looks like. That's 94. I can take a sand wedge at it. All I need to do is get it on the green, right? Don't want to fly it. So we're going to take a sand wedge, not an approach wedge. And we're going to get it there. Okay, let's go. Sand wedge. Change my decision. This is more of a 90-yard shot. Let's go. Oh, what a great sand wedge. High trajectory. Gonna drop it in like some yard darts. Boom. There we go. Approach wedge would have got me closer, but there's my 90-yard. There's my safety zone to make sure I maintain par. Everything else would have just been bonus, but I'll take that. We're just sitting at +1. Pretty good round going. See if we can, hopefully we got 3 more holes left to try to bring it down to even. And then we see where we are from there. Opportunity to play the mini driver with the par 5 in front of us. Let's do that. We are just going to aim it more to the left. And we're going to take this and just blast it down there. Let's go. Mini driver, try to make pure contact off the deck. Great swing. Nice straight shot. Look at that, just perfect. Again, I'm hitting up, so I had to get it down there. 216 left. Technically we could probably go for it. Should we? Should we go for it, guys? Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Why not? We don't have any trees bothering us. This fits our shot shape. Let's go for it. Just looking for a nice little blast. See if we can get it down there. Wouldn't that be great to get on two mini drivers in a row? Let's go. Hit it on top. Let's see what happens. There's the cut. It's gonna run. Oh, I did not see that. Ooh, that was not good. That was not a good choice. I should have laid back and then flew it on. This will be interesting now. So this is going to be that 58 degree. We're on a slight upslope. That's a bonus for us. We're going to aim this way. And we're going to play that shot we played earlier. This is set up for that exact shot right now. So here's a chance for us to be a hero now. We're going to take pretty much a 3/4 swing at this. Focus on that contact and follow through. See if we can get it right there at the pin. All right, 58 degree. Looking for that 50-yard shot. Get in the air. It's a great shot with the 58 degree. I did not see it going that far. I'm going to hit that again because I think my alignment on that, I want to hit that again. I feel like I can make a better shot. The contact was good, but this will help me gauge what I really need to do when I line this shot up, when I'm hitting it that extreme. So now you guys see where the pin is. I'm aiming way off the green to the right. And let's see if this is the right distance and shape for this shot. Same swing, 58 degree. Hit it a little chunky. Did come across my body, but that's right. Now, that's the right line, not the right distance. But now I know I have to aim that 58 degree further out to the right when I'm doing a 3/4 swing because it's going to pull across my body. Happy with that par. Again, it would have still been par the other way. I just wanted to see if I can get it closer. So don't feel like I really cheated anywhere there. Alrighty, was happy with the drives. Did top it on the second one, I think, when we went for it, but it's all good. 155 down, we'll just say 20, so that's like 130 something. It's gonna be, should we take a 8 just to be safe? I think the answer to that is yes. We're gonna take an 8-iron at it. I'm not gonna change anything in terms of the lineup. Gonna try to just carry that bunker or pull it slightly to the left. of the flag with an 8-iron. That's going to be out to the right. I felt it open, which that's going to take some of the ball flight off of it. It's going to put us right in the bunker. That was my mistake for not catching that 8-iron pure, and I did not hit my draw shot. I came across that. So my mistake. 17th. I mean, if we don't save this, then we're still not in jeopardy of missing our objective, but we could have got this down to even. All right, let's hit this flop shot. I hit a couple of these during the tournament. Club face open, carried it in the air and dropped it in there. So let's see if we can do that shot right now. That was not a good one. Yeah, that came out hot. But it stopped. Again, it must have hit an embankment. It's going to 2-putt us. We're going to be at +2 going into 18. At this point, all we want to do is save par. It's par 4 and finish +2 for this this particular SkyTrak playthrough, course playthrough. That's our objective here. Nothing more. Just don't let it. I mean, really nice to finish with a par, possibly a birdie. But more importantly, let's see if we can meet our objective. And let's go ahead and line this up for the mini driver. Get one more good swing with it. See if we can make that pure contact. Just out to the left a little more. Left, not right. Go that way. We have a lot of fairway to the right to play with. All right, let's just take this shot, get it down there. Mini driver. Came across it, see what happens. We did get cut. As long as we clear the bunker, we should be okay. Yeah, I'll live with that. Wasn't ideal. Did not make that whoosh smack that we're used to, but now I can take the 3-wood and I can see if I can get the 3-wood there. Just give myself a chance. And if I'm slightly under, then we're just chipping up. Again, we're just aiming for par, nothing more. So really critical to get this shot closer. Closer to the pin. That's probably enough right there. Hit it pure, let's go. Inside out, that's what we want, shot shape. Oh man, we came across that. That's gonna be nasty. Did not catch it in the sweet spot. Did not hear that sound I'm accustomed to hearing, but I honestly think I have these little crossbars a little too close and they're messing with my eye line. So gonna move those for my next, if I play any more today. They're just too close for my liking. So gonna hit the lob wedge into this. We did hit the 70 yards earlier. Just wanna be about an inch in front of the red dot. Gonna go ahead and aim out this direction. Probably enough right there. Just want to land it in the center. We're probably going to get a bogey if we don't land in the gimme circle, but rather just be +2 than anything more. Or let's land in the gimme circle and end up +1. All right, lob wedge. Hopefully the last shot of this round. It's a great lob wedge. On a great line right at the pin. Let's see what we got. There you go, guys. Oh, I just rolled out. I was celebrating too soon. Nonetheless, that's going to give us a 2-putt. That's going to end up finishing the round +2, 74. That's what we shot here. Overall, that was a really good round of golf. I did take a few mulligans to straighten some things out. More importantly, you guys saw me unleash my mini driver today. You saw me execute my strategy of trying to get to 100 yards in so we can attack the pin with our approach wedge, sand wedge, that type of shot, 9-iron sometimes. So overall, I'm very happy with the progress I've made here in the simulator, and that's translating to the simulator golf tour. So thank you guys for watching. We will see you next time.